comes the next shocking turn in the Menglong story, one that many viewers will find deeply unsettling. Today, commentator Menglong revealed new claims circulating online. These claims suggest that before his death, Yu was allegedly informed in advance of the exact day he would die. According to these posts, he spent his final days not living, but surviving. Trapped in overwhelming fear, counting down each sunrise and sunset like numbers on a ticking clock. People close to him described his emotional state as quiet, withdrawn, and unusually alert, as if every hour was his last. When the moment finally came, those targeting him reportedly executed their plan without hesitation. Cold. Calculated. As if every step had been rehearsed long before it happened. Many netizens pointed out eerie similarities to the mysterious passing of actor Xiao Renlian 9 years earlier. Both cases involved sudden silence, conflicting reports, and attempts to distance families from public attention. Some say this pattern is too precise to be accidental. Others believe the truth was buried before the public even knew where to look. A self-proclaimed paparazzo also wrote that during Yu's 12 years at Tanu Media, multiple opportunities for major breakthroughs were blocked. Not by rivals or social controversy, but allegedly by his own company. Each time his drama began trending, instead of supporting him, the PR team was reported to have triggered negative campaigns. This led to sudden online criticism and hostile comments, often timed around key release dates. An unnatural pattern for any rising artist. With time, many began asking a critical question. Why would a company deliberately sabotage the success of its own artist? What motive could justify such behavior? And more importantly, who was giving those orders? Menglong presented a screenshot from a Bilibili post describing a deeply disturbing allegation. According to the anonymous author, a group of individuals planned Yu's suffering step by step. Not only did they control external circumstances, they allegedly informed him in advance of each stage. This method was described as psychological dismantling, breaking him piece by piece. Not in one blow, but in slow motion. They reportedly threatened the people Yu cared about the most. Family, colleagues, and even those online who supported him. To shorten his pain, Yu was said to have stopped eating regularly. To protect his dignity, he stayed awake night after night defending himself on social media. Some say he replied to hate comments directly at 3 or 4 in the morning. Not to argue, but to prove he was still fighting. The post described a ruthless cycle of pressure, harassment, and forced isolation. One individual, mentioned in humiliating detail, was reportedly the first to orchestrate everything. Only later did others allegedly join in. The turning point came when Yu accidentally uncovered sensitive information. According to the post, he secretly kept copies to protect himself in case things escalated. But once the group realized this, the situation quickly intensified. The supposed leader allegedly reported upward. And according to the rumors, people in higher positions, whose identities are not confirmed, provided protection to the group, allowing them to proceed without resistance. One of the most shocking accusations involved a female neighbor. She allegedly approached Yu with kindness, gained his trust, then gradually guided him into an online community where he discovered conversations targeting him. From that moment, he realized that the danger was much closer than he ever imagined. Another claim described someone with overseas experience proposing to tell Yu his own death date, forcing him into a state of full psychological countdown, living not with hope, but with predetermined finality. These descriptions painted a chilling picture of organized, premeditated torment. Whether these claims are true or false remains unverified. But the court of public opinion has already been shaken to its core. The Insider Post also mentioned a list of names rumored to have powerful connections. 2 of those mentioned reportedly had international backgrounds. Producer Fong Li, said to have studied in the United States, and Sean, who allegedly immigrated to Canada at the age of 8. Some even claimed she used a different birth name. Again, none of this has been confirmed. But the narratives continue spreading with alarming speed. The most chilling takeaway from these ongoing discussions is this. Many commenters believe Yu did not simply die. He was psychologically dismantled over time. Whether this is exaggerated or completely real, the story now raises serious questions about safety, power, and accountability. Netizens point out that similar patterns appeared in other celebrity deaths over the past decade, often categorized too quickly as depression or self-inflicted harm. Now with Yu's case, many are wondering whether some of those explanations may have been incomplete, or worse, deliberately misleading. And that leads us into our next chapter of this investigation. The mysterious passing of legendary singer Coco Lee, known throughout Asia as the Queen of Mandopop. But before we continue, just a quick note. Recently, YouTube has not been promoting our channel as often. If you are still watching this video, please drop this icon in the comments now. You can copy it from the description. Each comment helps push this video back into the recommendation system. Together, we can bypass the filters. Now back to the story. Coco Lee's death triggered another wave of silence-shattering questions surrounding China's entertainment system. According to the independent program We Look at the World, Coco allegedly crossed paths with someone extremely powerful. Someone she should never have offended. Her management company announced that on July 2, 2023, Coco Lee died after attempting to take her own life due to long-term depression. Her sister Nancy repeated this version. However, Nancy also hinted at inconsistencies that raised more questions than answers. Coco reportedly showed symptoms similar to poisoning, such as severe vomiting. Meanwhile, the wrist wounds frequently mentioned online were said to be too light to cause death. Later, Hong Kong media reported that her official cause of death was suffocation due to airway obstruction. But this trail of confusion goes back even further. 2 years earlier, Coco publicly accused the producers of The Voice of China of mistreatment, humiliation, and unfair judging. In 2023, a leaked audio recording revealed her voice describing depression, breast cancer treatment, a serious leg injury, and escalating disputes over show transparency. She insisted her words were true, but they never aired. What happened next would split public opinion and ignite a massive wave of outrage. During a duet with trainee Wang Zipeng, Coco had arranged for him to guide her on stage due to her leg condition. However, leaked accounts claim the production team moved him without informing her. Left alone under bright lights, wearing 7-inch heels, she fell in front of the audience. Only mentor Fish Liang stepped in to help. And according to reports, she was reprimanded for it immediately. Wang later said he was unaware of the change. Their communication was allegedly cut off and phones confiscated. Leaked audio and direct chat records painted an even darker picture. Coco reportedly endured repeated humiliation, including being dragged off stage by the director's assistant. Despite everything, she continued speaking up. Her resistance inspired a wave of public support online. But it also reportedly placed her in direct conflict with figures she could not afford to challenge. In her own words, she described the director's actions as the harshest she had ever faced in her 28-year career. Yet she still believed that justice would eventually prevail. The Voice of China was not an ordinary television show. It was produced by Kang Culture and Star China Media, a joint venture between China Media Capital and Australia's News Corporation. The show had enormous financial backing. Reports indicate that sponsorships and advertising deals generated hundreds of millions of dollars. Combined with contestant contracts, music rights, and touring, the total value was significantly higher. While certain individuals were officially listed as leaders, online discussions suggest that true influence may have come from deeper and more powerful networks behind the scenes. Commentator Wei Yu noted potential links between the Yu Menglong case and figures connected to China's entertainment system. While none of these connections are officially confirmed, many viewers now believe the industry is not merely an artistic arena, but part of a much larger and more complex power structure. Coco Lee fought back against unfair treatment. But doing so may have placed her at the center of a high-stakes confrontation. These claims remain unverified. Yet they continue fueling intense debate over the psychological pressure faced by celebrities and the disturbing dynamics behind the cameras. Meanwhile, another digital storm emerged involving the Chinese gay dating apps Blued and Finka. According to reports, these platforms were removed from app stores following an order from China's Cyberspace Administration. What triggered public concern was a rumor suggesting that Blued was traced to an IP address located inside Zhongnanhai, the central leadership compound of the Chinese Communist Party. Netizens began questioning whether high-ranking individuals were using the platform, and if so, what implications that might have for broader issues such as declining birth rates and population concerns. Users online commented not only on personal freedom, but on a perceived culture of concealed privilege and institutional pressure. Both Blued and Finka, along with Grindr and several overseas app-based accounts, were reportedly removed from app stores, effectively erasing a large amount of digital content overnight. While the full truth of what happened to Coco Lee and the alleged power dynamics within China's entertainment field remains uncertain, her story continues to captivate global audiences. It casts a spotlight not only on media control but also on the ongoing struggle between influence, transparency, and justice. What do you think about these revelations? Share your thoughts in the comments. We are listening carefully. If you have followed this series from the beginning, drop this icon below to help us overcome the algorithm and ensure more people gain access to the full story. Those with conscience around the world will continue speaking up for you, Menglong. We refuse to stay silent until justice is served and the full truth is revealed. Every hidden detail and dark secret will eventually come to light. No matter how powerful the resistance, the voices of truth cannot be permanently silenced. The world is watching, and those who do wrong will one day have to answer. This is a call to action. Stand with justice. Stand with truth.